best way to build a deeper connection with your audience on LinkedIn is by sharing your own personal stories. And in this video, I am going to share my 5-step formula to tell your story and keep your audience engaged and ultimately get them to take action. But before I get into it, I just want to share one rule when it comes to personal stories. People kind of struggle with what they should share, how much they should share as far as like their personal life goes. The way that I look at it is you can share as much or as little as you want. You do want to obviously be transparent, be vulnerable, because people do connect with that. However, you also want to make your personal stories relevant to your business. If you are creating and writing a personal story that has literally nothing to do with your business, it's not going to fly well. Even if you could find a small way to correlate your story to the business, that's the way to go. Do not post stories that have literally zero to do with your business. All right, now let's get into this 5-step formula. Here we go. All right, so the first thing that you want to do with your stories is you got to set the stage. You got to give people the pertinent background information. When you are doing this, though, you need to keep it really brief. Do not give too much background information because then you risk losing people. Give people just enough to understand what's going on so you can get to the meat of the story. Step 2 is to introduce the big problem that you had. And you really want to agitate the hell out of this problem. You want to talk about all the horrible feelings and all the bullshit that you had to go through as a result of having this problem. Then you want to move on to step 3, which is the aha moment. This is basically, what is the final straw? What is the thing that made you take action to finally solve this problem that had been causing you all this pain and suffering? And next you want to move on to the solution. So what is the action that you actually took in order to solve the problem? And lastly, obviously, it's the outcome. So what is life like now that you no longer are burdened by this horrible problem that you had that was bringing you down, and now you've got it fixed and everything is great. It's all rainbows and sunshine and smiling faces and all that. So when you're telling a story like this, not only are you building that deeper personal connection to your audience, but they can start to put themselves in your shoes, understand how you were feeling and what you were going through, and ultimately they are just looking to get the exact same outcome that you got, the happy results after the problem was solved. All right, so now you know how to write storytelling content for LinkedIn, but what about educational content? Well, if you haven't seen my previous video, you might want to check it out, and I will see you on the next one.